communication has been a big emphasis this offseason. I know that's something you talked about a lot last year. How are you working on that, and how's it working out so far?
Yeah, I think it starts first with just demanding it. We're doing a good job of demanding it. And the good thing about it, too, is that we have some guys back on all three levels. So I think they do a better job of just understanding what we're asking of them defensively. And so you're seeing a lot more communication just because guys are a little more comfortable in the defense. So that's been a big thing. Just emphasize it and encourage it when it happens. And then we just got to continue to demand it when it doesn't happen. So that's been a big thing. I think we've been doing a great job of being on the same page. Guys been communicating. Coaches been doing a great job communicating with the players also. It's been really good for us.
You also mentioned yesterday some of those returning guys like Blake Harrell or Jalen Todd, trying to get them to be more vocal and take on increased leadership now that they've been here. What's that process like when it's with someone who maybe doesn't come naturally to be a vocal leader?
Yeah, I just think it's being comfortable. The good thing about all our guys is that they want to win. You know, they want to win. So then when they realize that that's what's going to take for us to win, it's really helped. And like I said, those guys being comfortable back in at the Blakes, the Leroys, the Treys, the TDs, the Jalen Todds. You know, you got those guys back who played a lot of reps. Now they feel a lot more comfortable to speak of because they know what's being expected of them. They know what it is to play in the stadium. They know what it is to play Big 12 football. And now they're doing a good job of feeling comfortable and being able to communicate, which has been a lot of fun to see, and they've been doing a heck of a job with that.
I know it's early, but who's kind of stood out to you so far?
It's still early, but it's been fun to see. Like I said, just those guys that we've had back, just the steps that they have taken has been just great to see. And they look so comfortable out there. You could tell that this is second year kind of being in this defense, which has been really nice. So I'll really point out those guys, like I said, the Blake Harrells of the world, the Leroys of the world, the Alex Brays of the world. Like I said, Trey has looked tremendous out there. TD has really taken a step forward. Jalen Todd, like those guys who've really been back, has really been impressive. And I think the great thing for us this year, too, is that we retained all our coaches. And so it's their second year in this defense. I know we asked a couple different things of them defensively last year, which might have been new to the coaches. You can see how comfortable they are, you know, coaching this year. And so it's been fun to watch everybody's growth. And we've had a lot more people helping bring those new guys along, which we needed to because we got a lot of new guys.
You mentioned this being the second year of this defense. How would you evaluate how the first year?
The first year, we did some good things. We got to bottle up the things that we did in the Fresno State game, in the West Virginia game, the second half of the UCF game, 59 minutes of the Arizona game. You know, what we did in the Utah game. You know, those are things we got to bottle up and continue to be consistent with. If we can do that, I think we can have a hell of a defense if we can be consistent like we were in many parts of those games.
So what would you want to bottle up then? What are you trying to bottle up from those experiences?
Yeah, just how we played, just how we tackled, just how we communicated, how we lined up, how we stopped the explosive plays there. We created some turnovers those games, those type of things that we got to continue to build on. I think we will this year, having the experience we do back.
You guys added a lot of guys to the safeties room. At the start of the offseason, what was kind of your goal as you guys retooled that room, and how do you feel like that went?
Yeah, we were just, as always, you know, like Coach says, man, we're trying to create competition. And we just thought we can bring in some guys that can really help competition. And also, you're working with a little salary cap, too. So you got to be creative in what you do there also. But we want to add some length to it. We wanted to get maybe a natural guy who can play to the field, who's long and athletic. We might have lacked that a little bit last year. So we feel like we filled up that need. You know, we had some guys coming back, too, which was great. But we just want to get more depth, kind of get us a true nickel back there too, and we feel like you know, our corners can take a step. You know, after going through last year, you know, you're trying to replace the guys that were replaced. Some of those young guys took a couple lumps, but we hope that they can come out and play some better ball this year.
Kind of the same deal at linebacker too. Coach Rock talked about again a lot of like the 1 year guys and just how that played out. But when you guys went into it, what did you kind of body type wise? What did you guys want to add?
Yeah, we wanted to add some true Mikes. You know, just somebody to come in and compete with Trey. Which was good. I think we found that. You know, then you wanted to just get some guys who can play our will. We know last year with our will with Bengali was we were able to put him on the line of scrimmage a little bit and bring him off the edge. I think he was really good at that. I'm not sure if we had those guys right now. We got to keep going through this season. But we were looking for some just athletic guys who can play in space too to help us out. And we were looking possibly just for a guy we can play some 3 linebacker sets too, and I think we did a good job of finding that. Just ways to continue to help us to be multiple in what we do out there, and then we'll put the pieces where they need to go for us to be successful.
Maybe obvious, but how important is the continuity of having Trey back when it looks like he, who's in the portal and decided to come back? How important is it to retain him?
Yeah, it's important to retain all our guys, that we can, that played. And I think we did a good job. I think we lost one starter, I believe, from last year. So just to retain all those guys and having Trey back is just as important as having Blake back, having Leroy back, those type of guys. Whenever you have your Mike linebacker back, that really helps. And like I said, that you can really see the step that Trey has taken in his leadership, being comfortable out there and using his hands, using his eyes. He's really had some great practices out there and really been getting guys together, pulling guys aside. And it's just fun to see kids' growth as they come into their second year of anything. And this is last go around. And so you want seniors playing their best football. And that's what I take a lot of pride in. And that's what we're trying to do, help them play their best.
DK, last year you got a lot of pressure bringing blitzes and guys off the corner. How big is it for the DNs to step up and get pressure off the edge? And do you think you got some candidates to do that?
Yeah, we think we do. We think we got some guys. I think, Leroy can be special out there. It's good to see Bray doing what he has done. David Santiago has really flashed and done some good things, for us there. Dak is probably the most talented guy that we have. Can he continue to put it together from a mental standpoint? It's been fun to see his progress. So that's the goal, to get pressure there. But I think you just got to get it from wherever you can get it from. And if you got linebackers that can do it, you got safeties you can do it. That never hurts either, to be able to come from multiple spots to make the offense to continue to guess where you're going to come from to get pressure. And it was fun to see the amount of guys who got sacks for us last year.
With the variety of different D tackles you guys were able to add, how much better suited is that position group now for the different ways that you use them along the line?
I think we took a step to getting ourselves better there, and that's what we want to be able. If we got to play 3 defensive tackles, then I think we're in a better shape to do that this year. I thought those guys last year did a heck of a job, though. Those seniors went out playing their best football, which is great. But I think getting the guys that we got like Trayvon Alpine, Biggie Smalls, the guys like that really help us do some things that we can do. Or if we got to go a different direction, I think we're able to do that too in our defense.
Are there ways you're approaching this year differently, just year 2 as the lead coordinator than you did last year?
Not really. It's still the same things, trying to play fast, physical, and for each other. I think those things never change. Those are foundations of who we are and what we believe, and we just got to continue to double down and do those things in a better way. It's exciting now, like I said, just to have guys back at all 3 levels, the D-line, the linebackers, and the back end, and I think that's going to be able to help kind of bring all that to fruition there, the things that we believe. But, the big thing now is trying to find where the pieces fit and get them there. I think the advantage of having a multiple defense is that wherever our guys are most talented, we're going to be able to put them this year and try to be successful.
Where do you think your team speed is defensively?
It's out there. Coach Sleeve has done a heck of a job, and that's a great question. He's done a heck of a job getting this group, bigger and faster. We brought in some bigger and faster guys too, which always helps. And so the team speeds really, it's kind of all 3 levels, really, which is fun. I think we got some D linemen who can really move and run. Blake Harrell looks, tremendous out there, moving around, which is great. Linebackers, I thought we picked up some speed, out there. Jabril Alameen is one of those, freaky type athletes who can move around and help us out. And then on the back end, picking up guys like Corey Gordon has been great. Christian Pritchard has been great. Kai Cummings, transferring down from Iowa State, has been a great addition of guys who can really run and help us with the addition of what you have with like Taylor Davis and Jalen Todd, who can really burn up that turf. So I think we got a lot more speed this year. We're bigger, so hopefully it's our job to coach them up and get them to be successful out there.
What does Coach Janine bring to the table as the defensive ends coach?
Yeah, it's fun. It's always fun when you get to coach at your alma mater. I think that's fun. I think at the beginning of my coaching career, I got to coach at mine, and the amount of pride that you take being back home is big. And you can see that, and having Courtney back too has been good for us also. And so actually we got 3 alums on defense. And I think that's really big for us to have. One, it just, to keep the tradition going. And 2, he's a great young coach. He's a great technician. He has a great relationship with his guys. And hopefully we continue to take that position forward as we go. And I think he's working with a good group of guys there. And hopefully we can continue to take those go and continue to have continued success at those positions.